Wrap your peepers around the new GWM Haval Raptor, or Menglong as it's called in China. This vehicle is under consideration for Australia. It hasn't been officially confirmed, but if it does come here, it won't get either of those names. Ford wouldn't be happy with the Raptor, of course. It'll probably start with an H on there, but let's get into it and have a bit of a look around what it's all about. So this vehicle is designed to be a little bit more of an off-road proposition than the H6. Let's call it a serious soft-roader if you like, and you can tell from the design. It's got this blocky aesthetic. It's got pretty good ground clearance, 221 millimeters. Approach and departure angles, not too shabby, but unlike something like the Tank 300, this one is based on a monocoque chassis. That's based on a ladder frame, so it's not going to go quite as hard off-road as a Tank 300, but it's kind of playing a middle ground potentially between the H6 and the Tank 300s. So if this vehicle comes to Australia, it will probably be offered with a plug-in hybrid powertrain. This one's got the Hi4 system in it, which has 2 electric motors and also a 1.5 litre turbo petrol motor. Now, this setup is pretty clever. You can run in a lot of different permutations. You can run front wheel drive, rear wheel drive. You can use just the electric motors. You can use the electric motors and the petrol motor. There's a lot of different ways that this vehicle can run. It's got about a 30 kilowatt hour lithium ion battery, and that is good for a bit over 100 Ks before the petrol engine kicks in. So this setup is similar to the H6 GT PHEV. So you could think, okay, here's a more rugged version of the RAV4 or the Tucson, but it's also got a lot of performance. This particular model is pumping out more than 250 kilowatts and more than 700 newton meters of torque, and it goes from 0 to 100 in 6.2 seconds. That is getting pretty close to sports car quick. So you've got the plug-in gubbins on this vehicle, but GWM Haval has also revealed a super crazy version at the Shanghai Motor Show. It's called the Meti-Force, and this vehicle is designed for serious off-roading. They've got nitrogen-filled shock absorbers, it's got more ride height, it's got all-terrain tyres. They've done a lot of work on it, which is going to be interesting because the powertrain, which is similar to this one, doesn't actually have a centre diff. So it's using software to figure out how to put the power to the ground when you're off-roading. So that'll be really interesting. And I love the fact that because this vehicle's called a Raptor, you could call that vehicle the Raptor. Maybe? No? Okay. All right, so inside the cabin is quite nice, like the Tank 300. There's a sense of luxury in here, power operated seats. Also notice we've got a locking rear diff. That's not too bad if you want to do a little bit of off-roading. Check out the key as well. This is pretty fancy. This is a little bit nicer than what we're used to in GWMs. You've got a nice big 14.6 inch central touchscreen, and this works with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, so you've got all the standard features in there. You've got a big 12.3 inch digital instrument display here. It looks great. Plus there's an extra sort of panel up here that shows you what gear you're in, and there's a head-up display. It's got everything you could really want. Like a lot of GWM vehicles, they're very well equipped. They bring pretty strong value to the table. I also like the fact you've got actual physical controls down here for the temperature and the air conditioning. That I like. I'm not always loving the everything done on the touchscreen. It can be a little frustrating at times. There is a lot of room back here. This is comfortable. I've got lots of leg room, plenty of headroom, even with the big glass roof in there. And it's a little bit of luxury too. You've got the blinds here. One thing that's interesting, you've only got a USB-A port here, which suggests the platform might be getting a little bit dated. I would like USB-Cs here, but anyway, 2 air vents, reasonable storage. A vehicle like this certainly would work in Australia. It sort of ticks all the boxes. It's got plenty of room, it's practical, and you know, like a lot of buyers are really seeking that blocky, robust sort of off-road aesthetic, and whether or not you actually take it off-road is another thing, but this car certainly sort of fulfills that brief. I think it's going to turn a lot of heads. It's got that striking design inside and out. In terms of storage, this is pretty cool. You've got the roof platform up here, obviously an accessory, little ladder gives it a bit of toughness again, and full-size spare on the back. That's nice. Barn-style opening rear door. Boot space isn't too bad. Not massive, not tiny. Not a lot of room under there, but this definitely would work for families, no doubt about that. Now let's take it for a little drive. It's not going to be a huge drive, but at least we'll get a sense of what this powerful PHEV powertrain is like. Okay, we are in the Raptor and I'm being waved through. Now let's give this PHEV powertrain a bit of a go. Okay, that is not too shabby, and the brakes, pretty potent. This has got performance. Now, this is a Chinese style launch, so I'm basically in a car park. It's fairly small. It's like a gymkhana sort of thing. There's lots of cones. I have no idea where I'm going. Okay, but we're doing a bit of a slalom and it doesn't feel too bad. The steering is light, it's easy going. There's a bit of body roll there, but this vehicle sort of makes me think, okay, yeah, you could, oh, whoa, let's turn that off. You could have this as a rival for something like a Tucson or a RAV4, but it feels like, you know, it's a bit more jacked up. It's got softer suspension. It would go well off-road. It feels like a Subaru Forester sort of rival. I think there could be a place for this in the Aussie market. The only issue for GWM Haval is where would it sit compared to the GWM Tank 300 and the GWM Haval H6. It's a similar size, but I quite like it. I don't mind this. I think for those seeking a bit of adventure, the looks, the performance, if the price is right, this could be an interesting alternative to everything else that's out there. And GWM do listen to what is going on in Australia, and they are starting to tune the cars for Aussie conditions as well, which bodes well. They could certainly maybe firm this up a little bit. But what do you think? Would something like this sell in Australia? Have your say in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.